Afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to just wait a minute here because we have some folks coming on. We have a number of different channels in which people can join us. So if you joined us through our Facebook page of our email or our email marketing, you're on one thing, Google Hangout. Maybe you came in through YouTube. So let's just wait a second and get everybody on board. I also have a little group chat. If you have any questions as we proceed here, you can also chat. So hopefully you can all hear me and see me okay. I know I'm trying to stay above my little screen there, but my name is Kate Saxton, and ask Ms. Kate on Facebook. I'm sort of known as Ms. Kate 16. But what I wanted to do today, as people are jumping on board here, is just to get you familiar with what it is that we're doing. I mean, I post things all the time. Some of you know me already and some of you don't. I'm Kate Saxton. I'm just going to give you a little bit of background as to who I am in just a second, and then we'll proceed. So just bear with me a second as we have viewers coming on. Again, there's 3 different channels in which you can watch today, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I haven't seen anyone say that you can't, so I'm going to jump right in. And I am Kate Saxton, and prior to getting involved with online marketing, I was a mortgage broker for many years, very successful in that. And prior to that, I had a very small private practice in a quaint little town in New England here. And so if you know me, you know that I'm all about helping people. I always have been, obviously, from being a counselor, helping people with some of the most difficult situations in life, from addictions to bereavement to loss, either through death or losing your job or losing your loved one with divorce. Many things that really are the most difficult stages in our life. And I was able to help hundreds of people change their lives, really buy into the concept of loving themselves and doing good things for themselves. And at my 13th year, I was a little burned out, and I had stashed some money away, and I was actually going to go to Costa Rica. I was going to Belize. I was going to move out of here, and car was packed. I was driving, yes, through Mexico. And a couple of days before I went, 3 things happened in my life. And if you do know me, you know I'm a proponent of paying attention to signs, red flags, as they pop up in life. And I had 3 big ones happen over a period of a couple of days. One was my friend Peter was going to drive with me through Mexico, because I can't go alone. A woman through Mexico, even with another person, a male, is iffy today. But he petered out on me, and he chose not to go. Also, a very good friend of mine got terminally ill, and I felt I needed to be here. And lo and behold, I met Carol. Yes. And what she did for me, and I do yell at her sometimes when things aren't going so great, but she introduced me to a marketing system called network marketing, multi-level marketing. And we dabbled in and out of that for 17 years. Even when I was a successful mortgage broker, we were still doing some credit repair, some online video company, many different things that we dabbled in. We had success with some. You know, one we had 700 people in our downline, another we had 400 or 500 people, but never that freedom. You know, I was on the phone a lot, doing 3-way calls, doing meetings, one-on-ones, running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And quite frankly, it was exhausting, and it wasn't much fun. It wasn't who I was. You know, I love the idea and the concept of helping people make money, but I didn't like the way that I had to do it. And I struggled with introducing people to it. You know, make a list of your family and friends and burn them out, as we call in the business the NFL, No Friends Left Club. So I knew I liked the concept of residual income, but I didn't like how it was made. We're teaching people about freedom to do what you want to do and travel the world and live on the beaches of the world, yet most of us weren't living that freedom. So I really thought I was going to give up on that, and I kind of did. But after losing my mortgage company and losing my home, my second home in Florida, it beat me up. And my story, I don't know, have any of you guys lost a job or lost your business? I know a lot of you are on here because I talk about mortgage brokers don't pay anymore. The little guy, we've been wiped out, right? And if you were a real estate agent, you've been hit. Insurance agents, construction, every industry has gotten hit since the mortgage crash of 2008. So for years, my story was that I couldn't make it again, and everybody's struggling, and the economy is horrible. And this was what I was living by. It was almost my mantra. And my self-esteem, my confidence in myself was in the freaking toilet. I felt horrible about me. And if I could build businesses before, why am I struggling with this simple concept of marketing, network marketing? And I really almost gave up on it. And about a year and a half ago, Carol was introduced to what I'm going to show you today. Actually, it's come a long way in just a year and a half. And I'm going to utilize the power of our own systems here, because what we have here for you guys and what you're going to learn today is how you too can recreate that massive, fantastic income that many of us had when we were mortgage brokers, deep 6-figure, some 7-figure incomes as realtors, as construction owners, as insurance agents. Many of us were used to making a pretty penny, right? And having the life and traveling the world. And for me, having a second home. Well, losing all that, I beat myself up. And I started to really buy into the concept that none of us are ever going to really make it again. But I still had a little glimmer of hope with this internet marketing, online marketing. When it was introduced to me, I thought, oh my God, internet marketing, marketing online where you can have a message out there that you do one time on a blog or what they call a lead capture page and put it out there. And not only can people see that today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, but 4 and 5 years from now, and be able to have that system make money and bring in leads for whatever your business is. So this is two-pronged here. Just keep this in mind. I wrote something this morning and I said, what do rich people know that everyday people don't? What puts them over and above the rest of us, right? Well, one key element is that they know that if you put a system in place, and we're talking this franchise style system like McDonald's, if you put a system in place and you learn the system, and all my job is right now to drive traffic, to get people into the system, into the doors like McDonald's. I don't make the French fries. I don't put all the ingredients into the milkshake maker. I don't even hire everybody to do the service work. My job is, yes, oversee, of course, but my job is to get people into the front door through advertising means, through having an attractive area that I picked out because that's part of the franchise model, right? So my job is to just get traffic in. I'm not going to get caught up in all the minutia. I don't want to, and quite frankly, I don't need to. So that's what we've created here. So it's two-pronged in that you can join us and be part of this revolution online of exposing the idea of online internet marketing to other people. Or you can take this system that we have laid out and utilize that for your current business. Just imagine this before I'm going to show you a brief video. But imagine if you come in, you learn how to do what's called a lead capture page, and you put that out on the internet, right? The way that we teach you. And people Google, right? They Google insurance for life in Connecticut, where I'm from. And your lead capture page pops up and they click on it and they see a brief video of you or of your company, whatever it is. And then they click for more information and they get on an email list of yours and ultimately buy. And you may have people buying your insurance that you've never even met, that you didn't go out in the middle of the night at 9 at night to Greenwich in the cold and met with the people. Your system did the sale for you. It's called attraction marketing. They were attracted to you because of this lead capture page you created one time. And 4 years from now, this is the power. 4 years from now, another person Googles it, or hopefully by then thousands, but someone else Googles it. Your lead capture page, your online real estate, we call it, is working for you when you might be down in Costa Rica living the life, right? So your system that you created is working for you 24/7, and you're not utilizing the system. You're not part of the system hands-on on a daily basis once you create it. So here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do what they call a screen share. And this is the power of utilizing our system, okay? One of the co-founders of our company, iPass, did a video, one I'm going to show you. But so I don't have to ask him to come on here today at noon, right? He's a busy guy. Or for all I know, he's in Costa Rica right now. But I'm going to use our system, and he's going to speak to you, and then I will be right back. About 5 minutes. So listen, one of the other things that the rich do that ordinary folk may not have a tendency to do is they keep their mind open for opportunity. And they are aware of these flags, these red flags in life. If you've been looking for something, for a change in your life, and you've been, like I was, praying, I'm not a real godly person, but I'm a spiritual person. I'm like, please, something, come into my life, please. Maybe it had in 5 years, and I wasn't aware of it. But when the opportunity was placed before me 1.5 years ago, I kept an open mind, even though I had been burned out on the industry of home-based businesses. I kept an open mind enough, it was ajar just enough to see the huge opportunity in front of me. So hopefully you'll keep an open mind just enough to see what I'm going to show you here. So if you can enlarge your screen on the bottom, usually there's a way to enlarge it, because I can't enlarge this particular video on my screen share. So I'll be right back, about 5 minutes. Chris Jones, our co-founder, is going to talk a little bit about what we've got here. So hang on.
There's people making over $200,000 with this system. There's people making hundreds of thousands of dollars with the system. And yes, that's all great, but when you look at somebody outside looking in, they might look at that as, oh, that's unrealistic, or that's a lot of money, because it is a lot of money. But truth be told, there's a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people, making an extra few $100s, making their car payment, their mortgage payment, just enough to change their life and move forward into something new in their life, and to have the confidence to do that. And to me, that just gives me the feeling of an accomplishment that you never expect you'd ever have in your life. Unless you're maybe a firefighter, or you're a policeman, or a nurse, or a doctor, you get that gratifying feeling. Well, the same in our industry is when you can help people get those small accomplishments, and they call you and they say to you on the phone. There's another gentleman that I met here, I won't mention his name, but he was actually living in his car, and he had to sell things just to even be here. And it was just an amazing story that he had enough money now through his business to be able to go to these events and to build his business and his new life. Still can't pay his bills, but he had enough to get here, and that's what mattered. And just to feel that drive in someone, again, it brings me back to when I had that same drive, and when I was down and out, and I had to spend every penny I had just to meet the people that I knew I wanted to be like. And so it just comes back to that, and just gives you that good feeling inside this level. So to work with that kind of person that has that drive and that fire inside, it just makes you feel good as a leader, because speed of the leader, speed of the group. Well, you know what? I come from that type of industry. I was a professional fighter prior to this. I was a state swimmer as a kid, which these are all individual sports. And getting into athletics and getting into bodybuilding, everything I've noticed in my life has been very individual. It wasn't a team sport. So I've had to make some adjustments, because believe it or not, internet commerce and internet business, or business in general, is a team activity. You're only as good as the people around you. And so, the people that attend these things, they need that structure. They need that support, that accountability. And we just provide that, because they more than likely, they don't have that at home. So they look forward to these events, and they do what they have to do. I mean, we have people that were selling stuff out of their car to be here, and efforts just to be around us. And so that speaks a lot for what we're trying to accomplish. But, wonders come out of that. And that's kind of what we're all about. to be the shoulder for someone to lean on in a new business is one of the most gratifying experiences, because I know when I started online, I was very emotional because I was down and out. I was rock bottom. I could not get anything to work. And I remember getting in front of the room for the first time, speaking about the little bit of success that I had. And it was just a few $100s. And I would start to tear up because it made such a big impact in my life. So whenever I hear somebody's story about a sale that they made or a breakthrough that they made, it kind of gets me teary-eyed because of the fact that I know what that feeling is. You know, you always go back, if you've ever watched a touching movie or whatever it is, you remember the feeling you had in that movie. And sometimes in life, you kind of remind yourself of what that is. And I think doing these events, it's so gratifying because it brings you back in time to where you were. Because I don't know a whole lot of people that have become extremely successful without having those hardships, you know. And that's the one thing. Yes, the internet's a cold environment. You work from home, you're on the computer doing your thing. But to be around people and see change, there's nothing like it. And you can't substitute that for any dollar amount. At the end of the day, we want to do good. We want to be on this earth to do something really good and impactful. Yeah, it could be about the money for a while, but if you've ever been successful or if you've ever reached a point of success, the money stops mattering. It's more about what kind of impact do we leave. And, you know, I'm not saying we're going to save the planet or we're going to do massive things. It's about the small wins. And when you look at people, there's so many small wins that can be had before the big win comes. And a pat on the back or a, hey, good job, or, you know, congratulations for the new car that you just got that you earned. Those are the things that we as leaders have to embrace, because oftentimes we just forget about that. We made all this money or became successful, but we forgot where we came from. You know, and through my career, I've noticed that oftentimes you get caught up in the busyness of this industry. Oh, I got to market, I got to do traffic, I got to do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just getting on the phone with somebody, empowering someone, because they'll take that empowerment and turn it into success regardless of what they know and skill-wise. They'll just pull through it. This individual, oh my gosh, $200,000. There's another person that made over $80,000 with a system like this and with our infrastructure. It's not because we have a magic pill. It's just we simplified the business model for people to be able to plug in and do what they need to do. So, you know, when I started online, I mean, I remember 8.5 years ago, I bought the book Website for Dummies. And I didn't know how to build websites. I didn't know how to make money online. I read 3 chapters of it and I threw it in the trash just because it was so far over my head. I couldn't figure it out. And I remember it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I saw somebody, it was a young person, making all this money on Google and spending all this money. And I said, you know what, I can do what that guy does. He had illustrated that through video on the internet. And I said, you know what, I can do what he does. And it was that same month I made $11,000 after borrowing money to even start a business. So I was empowered by myself saying, you know what, I can do what somebody else that I thought I could do better than. And it's funny, to this day, that person was my competitor for several years. And to this day, he's actually my partner now, going on almost 4 years. So I've always kept an open mind. I've always surrounded myself by great people and personalities. Always try to keep your ego out of it, because at the end of the day, you're not the smartest person in the room. It's just consistency throughout the years. And you know, now I've got a huge team around me. We've developed this massive business system. We're trying to franchise what we think internet business should be. Internet business should be simple. It should be step by step. And, you know, that's what we're looking to accomplish with this. It's, you know, it's amazing about it. And honestly, it comes down to the small wins. I firmly believe, I never used to believe this in the past. It's always been, I want the new car, the new house, the new lifestyle. But over the years, I've learned it's about the small wins for people. The $10, the $100, the $1,000, that one check or that amount of money can make a complete shift in somebody's confidence. You know, a lot of people go down this downward spiral, and I've seen this because it's failure after failure after failure, and there's never a small win to pick them up. And it's the edification of saying, you know what, you won this one. You're going to lose a few more, but you won this one, and it picks them back up again. Whether that's $100 that they made in their business, it doesn't matter if it pays for their business or their bills or not. It just gives them that small win, and that really accelerates how somebody can build a business. Because imagine now getting a bunch of small wins, and those bunch of small wins turn into big wins. And all of a sudden you have a leader who's confident, who's revived in their life, whose marriage is better, their health is better, their income has changed completely, they're paying cash for things. And so everything shifts, but it starts with those small wins. And so developing a business for someone, or a system or educational product for someone, whatever it is, it all starts with that. And once you start with that, you can end with the big lifestyle and the change of life and all of that. Already people are making hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars with iPass 1. Now we have iPass 2, which completely changes the game online. And if you hesitate, you're going to miss out on everything. So my suggestion to you is to put yourself in a position to succeed. You know, we've built this over the years and years of testing, and now you have all these people to align with to be able to become successful. So hesitation is going to be your biggest enemy. And honestly, if you look at the internet the way it is today, it's this huge opportunity. iPass is now coming in to carry you along the way and to give you the success that you need.
Hang on, I'm getting my screen back here. Hopefully, there we go. So there you have it. I mean, he really laid it out very well for you. Now, all you need to do is to keep that open mind, and look at what he's created, what we've created here in regards to a new opportunity, a new way, a whole new concept of making money, capitalizing on the trend that is internet marketing, online marketing. And again, you can market what we have here. What I have the ability to do with you is allow you to join us, right? And allow you to join us, come into this system. And I have an individual coach that will walk you step by step in setting up your system, teaching you this marketing system, coaching you while I'm out there doing my job of getting people into the front door. He's the French fry guy. He's showing you the system, and his job is to have you succeed. My job is to help you get your people into the system and build that traffic for your online real estate. And it's really that simple. So really quickly, what I have done in a year and a half is nothing short of amazing. I know how to do Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing. I know how to create a video, get it on YouTube, have certain links, and people with keywords, search engine optimization, all of which I've learned in our products. People are able to find me when they Google particular statements, key phrases, key words. Also, I have a lead capture page. And I just found out that my lead capture for this Hangout was the wrong one. So I'm backpedaling here. And what I'm going to do when I'm finished here is put the right capture page link on. So people aren't seeing me live right now, but it'll be a recorded version. And that'll be fixed by 7 o'clock tonight. I will be live and you will see me live. So anyways, you know, technology is what it is. Sometimes there's glitches. Sometimes the user makes a mistake. I don't even know what I did wrong. I didn't put the proper link, I guess. So anyway, flustered a little bit, but let it go. It is what it is. I've been able to create all this online real estate, email marketing, as I said, YouTube marketing, and a blog, which is our flagship product. A blog where I'm writing a post every day for 21 days. It's a challenge we have with our new blog called Kalatu, K-A-L-A-T-U. Kalatu, look it up. It means a sharing of stories. And that's what we do here. So my internet real estate is going out every single day for 21 days straight. Can you imagine the power and the leads, the traffic that I am creating one time creating that blog, and it's going to be out there for days, weeks, months, years to come. So that's power here. And the income disclaimer is below. We do have to say that income results are extraordinary. They're not ordinary because we aren't ordinary, and the system that we put together is not ordinary. It's a first of its kind digital franchise style marketing system. So you have an opportunity here. What you're going to do with it from this point on is up to you. Are you going to just click this off and say, another one of those things online? And granted, there's a lot of things online. There's a lot of scams online. And to be honest with you, I wanted to be sure that this wasn't. And I dedicated almost a year and a half of my life to learning more than I needed to. I could have just jumped right in, but I wanted to make sure that this system was real, genuine, and the people behind it, the community, were real people, and they are, and they're sharing. So check out the income disclaimer if you would like to. And now the ball's in your park. Click below and get involved with us. There's a 7-day trial for $7. See if this is something that fits your needs and what it is you would like to do going forward in creating a new life, a new lifestyle, and a new income opportunity for yourself. I'll be on again at 7 o'clock every Wednesday, 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. Have people come on and see what we're doing. The more people you expose to this, the opportunity for you to make income is even greater. And you build your online real estate. So check it out. Add your information below. Click on the button, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to have some time. I'm Kate Saxton. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.